Didn't take long for all of this to kick off, did it? Meghan Markle returns, and guess what? Her mantra is, so sue me. As ever, let me explain. Morning, lovely to see you, chums. Thank you so much as ever for taking the time out to join me on a Sunday. Not bad time here, actually. Sunny moment in London town. A little bit chilly out, the sun. I don't know what it's like wherever you are, but do keep safe, do keep warm. And whatever you're doing, don't forget to take your vitamin tablets. Yes, that's your Uncle Neil warning you. Yes, I've just run out of mine. I know. Do you get that? Do you do that? You get to the bottom and you think, oh no. And it's always when you've got a busy day and you haven't got time to stop off, isn't it? I know, this is the thing. Eat more fruit, if you can afford it, of course. Well, you can if you're Rachel Reeves, you're not paying for anything, are you? Don't get me going on that. Now, apparently, as we can, well, we're all waiting with bated breath, aren't we? Next month, the return of Meghan Markle, once again with a podcast. She's a brave chick. Don't you think? Most people would have just hidden their head in shame after, of course, the debacle that happened with Spotify and archetypes, but not our Meghan. Oh no, definitely waving a flag once again. Apparently this time around, meeting and greeting and talking to foundation people that have made big things, Now, what I find interesting about this is whether it's actually going to work, because on a more serious note, the problem I have for me is, well, it's all about the guests. It really will be down to the guests, because the bottom line is that the guests really have to, be connectable, and their stories have to be interesting, don't they? And there lies the problem. But the bigger problem is this: she's now once again being accused of taking other people's work. And, we saw this, didn't we, with the Netflix and all of that sort of stuff, right? And the bottom line really is this, the Pamela Anderson show looks incredibly similar to the Meghan Markle show. There's no two ways about it. But you see, the problem that you have is there's nothing new in the game. I could tell you that from programs that have made previously, all that sort of stuff. You just shift a note, shift a letter, and suddenly you've got a new program. When you think about it, you look at things like, the old style shows. What was the one, What's My Line? And then you could easily twist that, couldn't you, to sort of like, what's my job? Really, what I mean? What's the difference in that? Now, I'm not defending Meghan Markle. I'm not a Sussex Squad member. I'm not an ambassador. I'm just saying that's how easy it is. But according to a source behind the scenes, you see, the problem is that, Meghan and her team know this. There's nothing different. The only thing that she's claiming that's different to the previous one that's out there is the fact that this is female entrepreneurs, people that have done great stuff, got businesses off from grassroots and stuff. I think that Meghan's actually missing a trick, because if she was to break down her journey in a single episode and say, this is where I went wrong with American Riviera, this is the faults that I had, the jams, launching without a product. Even now with the Netflix show, you can't buy the products, right? So what is the point of it, So consequently, I don't think she'll ever see humbleness. But I've been told from an excellent source from behind the scenes that as far as she's concerned, and this is, from a brilliant source, that if they want to go ahead and have a go at suing, well, they won't really win. And so consequently, there's two things. You have to look at the positives. This particular podcast has got a lot of profile, all thanks to the association, right or wrong. And let's be honest, how many of us truly knew about the Pamela Anderson cooking show until that was highlighted? And I'm a fan of Pamela Anderson. I only knew about her latest movie. So, it can work either way. And Meghan's team, I've been told, is saying, well, bring it on. If you feel that you can take us to court, and if you feel that you can win, well, go ahead. Of course, most of these people, on say like Pamela, don't have the sort of books to be able to take somebody like Meghan Markle on. And there lies your true problem. Neil Sean in the very heart of London.